Hi friends, and welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Courtney if you're new, and today we're gonna make some homemade blueberry bread. I'm super excited to make this recipe. We went picking and we got a ton of blueberries. We also have blueberry bushes in our backyard, but they're not quite ready yet, so we're using the ones we picked. Let's get started. To start off, we're going to need 187.5 grams of all-purpose flour. I'm just using regular all-purpose flour. And then we're going to also be needing 2 teaspoons of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. And then we're also going to need 1 pinch of salt. Now, if you were using butter and you were using salted butter, you can omit the salt, but I'm going to be using oil. You could use butter and oil or oil, whichever you prefer. We're also going to need 2 large eggs, and I put them in a ramekin just so they don't fall off the counter. I'm going to need 150 grams of sugar, so I'm going to bring back my scale. So now for the oil, we're going to go in with 75. And this is what's going to make our bread moist. We're at 75.8, that's fine. And measure out my milk. We're gonna need 78 for the milk. So now I'm gonna set this to the side, and then we're gonna measure out our sugar. For sugar, we're gonna need 150 grams of sugar, so I'm gonna measure that out. Look, we gotta add 150 even, perfect. We'll put that to the side. I'm gonna add in my blueberries. I measured this with a cup to wash. It should be 1.5 cups, which is 222 grams. We're at 225.8, that is fine. Well, a little extra blueberries never hurt. Okay. And then I think we have all of our ingredients. I'm looking and making sure. I do need my vanilla extract, so I will take that out. I don't measure vanilla extract at all. I just pour it in. What else? What else? Does anybody else? So I like to let this all sit at room temperature for about an hour. I have it by a little bit of a sunny window here. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping. It's a very beautiful morning right now. It's supposed to be 100 degrees today, so I am baking very early so it doesn't get too hot in the house. I'm also going to put my vanilla extract there. These blueberries we freshly picked from a local farm. They are absolutely delicious. I will say our blueberry bushes have not ripened fully yet, and I think I need a few more bushes because I don't have enough to bake with. We uncover them as they ripen and get blue, and then we eat them quickly. So I want to have enough so I can harvest and actually preserve and do things with. So I will be baking with these. Preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to be using a loaf pan. The measurements on mine is 8 by 4, but you could also use a 9 by 5. We're going to grease this. I'm just going to use butter and just grease the inside. I like USA pans. They are pretty non-stick, but I always put butter in there because I want to make sure that my bread comes right out. You could also use parchment paper if your baking pans don't release as well, but I'm pretty confident and I know that they'll pop out of the USA pan. If I was using something like a stainless steel, I would definitely grease it and then also use parchment paper. So I'm using a stainless steel bowl. You could also use a ceramic bowl or even your stand mixer. First, we're gonna go ahead and mix our sugar with the oil. So I'm gonna mix that in. There's our oil right in the bowl. Oil and sugar together. And I'm using a Danish whisk. You may look like at that whisk and be like, what is that? This is a Danish whisk. And I just find that they're so much better than regular whisks. So much easier to clean too. And I just like them, my preference. So if you haven't used a Danish whisk and you want to try one out, I'll leave a link below for my favorite in the comments. Or in the description. I always get those two mixed up. Comments, description. All right, so that is nice and mixed up. It looks like lemon ice. On a hot day like today, I would love some lemon ice. Going with like a teaspoon of vanilla, and I just measure with my eyes in that. Measure with my heart, my eyes. There's the vanilla. We're gonna add it in our milk. And set that aside. And then for the eggs, I like to do that in a separate bowl. I have opened eggs and seen stuff that I don't want to see and not have in my food, so always open them in a separate container. I'm going to do that right now. Nice and room temp. Perfect. And I do this so we don't get any nasties in our bowl, because I've opened eggs and seen some stuff, especially when you get pasture raised local eggs, that happens. I'm going to mix that up. You want to mix it until it's a nice creamy pale yellow. Like, you don't want to see chunks of yolk still. Something is loud in my dishwasher. Do you hear it? It's like rain. So we're going to go ahead and add in our flour, baking soda, and salt. We're going to mix this until it's just combined. And now you could even, if you didn't want to do blueberries, you could do peach bread with this, apple bread, add some cinnamon, and you know, it makes a delicious bread for any fruit. I've even done this with the peaches, like I mentioned, and it was really good, but I did add some, I think it was nutmeg and cinnamon. Super delicious, and it's perfect for when you have all the fresh picked fruit. So we're just about mixed. We don't want to overmix. God bless you, baby bear. And then we're mixing, 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 scraping the sides. That looks perfect. I'm gonna remove the whisk and fold in the blueberries now. I'll give it one more stir with the spatula spoon. What do you call that? I don't know. I set a few blueberries to the side so I can use those for the top, and we're gonna cover these in a little bit of flour. That helps them not sink as much. This one's a little soft, so we'll remove that. Where's my flour? Here it is. You only need like a tablespoon or so. And I put it right over the blueberries, and I'll show you. Just a little bit, and then mix them around. You don't need them to be like powdered coated completely, just a little bit. And as you can see, they're nicely coated. I'm gonna go ahead and stir those in. The reason for adding just a little bit of flour to the blueberries is you don't want it to be dry. We want a moist and delicious blueberry bread. So let's just mix that around. We're mixing it just enough to get the blueberries incorporated in the batter. And like I said, if you want to mash it a little bit, you could do that, but I kind of prefer them a little bit mostly whole. They burst in the bread and just flavor and color it beautifully. And as you can see, I still have some of that flour in the bowl. We didn't dump it all in. Again, too much flour, not enough moisture. So here's our prepared baking dish. Nice and greased. We're gonna go ahead and pour our batter right in. My arm would be in the camera right now if I was doing it just like regularly. I'm so awkward, sorry. Guys, to scrape this out, I'm gonna have to do my lefty maneuver. Sorry about that. Lefty problems. I also get a ton of ink on my hand because I'm a lefty. I hate that when I'm drawing or pencil. Growing up as a kid, that was the worst. And now I'm gonna add in those blueberries that I reserved for the top. We're just gonna sprinkle those in. We wanna kinda try to avoid the edge because we don't want it to sizzle and melt down the side. I mean, that's fine too if you like that, but I prefer it to stay on the top. We're gonna bake this for about 50 to 60 minutes, so just about an hour. My blueberry bread is fresh out of the oven. It is super hot, so we're gonna let it cool in the baking pan for 15 minutes. And you wanna make sure you do it on a surface that is not gonna be damaged by the hot pan. Then we're gonna put it on a cooling rack for about 30 minutes, and that's for it to be sliced. I want it to be nice and cool so when we slice it, it stays put together. Of course, you can dig in once it's cool enough to handle, but I want perfect slices, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be able to freeze some and then enjoy some. So now I'm gonna take it out. I just like to shake it up a little bit sometimes. That kind of helps loosen it. And I have a little bit of spillage, so that kind of makes it stick a little. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this out. Ooh, hot. Oh no, we've had a blueberry stick at the bottom right there. So we have a little spot right there, but that is totally fine. Ooh, we had a blueberry fall. Let's get that quick because that's gonna stain if it bursted. All right, so now we're gonna let this bread cool for like 30 minutes because we don't want it to fall apart, and it looks perfect. Oh, perfect. So perfect. And I'm gonna try this little piece that stuck to the bottom right there. Look at that. Piece for me. So good. We're gonna cut a slice right now. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, looks amazing. And we did wait for it to cool completely. I had it out for like maybe 2 hours because we went to Costco. And then I'm gonna cut another slice. The kids each will get a slice, and then I'll also get a slice. So I need to cut 3 slices. But I am going to be cutting the whole thing. I just want to get some pictures of it cut and then some pictures of it not cut. Look how perfect those slices are. And that's again why we let it cool, because if we didn't let it cool, it would have been like falling apart. But look, oh my gosh. Do you see how perfect that is? It's not crumbling. We let it sit and really set, and those blueberries just burst throughout the bread. Oh, I cannot wait to enjoy this. Here it is, our blueberry bread. Can you see all the blueberries? Oh, it looks so amazing. And what I love about this is you can get creative. You can even do like a glaze. You can do powdered sugar. You can put a scoop of ice cream on top of it. Another thing we like to do is we like to make it into French toast, which is super savory, but so, so good. And I just love this recipe. I'm gonna go in for a taste. It's super soft. So good. I hate this word, but it's really moist. I love how soft it is. It is super soft. You could use fresh or frozen blueberries. I prefer to use fresh whenever possible, but you can also use frozen in a pinch. I find that I like to use my homegrown better if they're frozen, because sometimes the frozen blueberries that you can get in the store are kind of like sticky, and then they have like just like these preservatives on them sometimes. So if in doubt, you can always freeze your own blueberries. I like to freeze them on a sheet pan with some parchment paper, wash them, dry them, and then freeze them in a single layer, break them apart once they're frozen, and put them into a bag. I use a stasher bag and they stay frozen for months, and that's a great way to preserve your produce as well. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. I want to thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, friends.